A woman in her 20s is going to have a very different dating strategy versus a woman in her 30s. Okay, there's going to be a very, very big difference, and it's very important you know that difference because you can save yourself from potentially marrying the wrong woman, getting into an LTR with the wrong woman, and ruining your life. Okay, so let's talk about a woman in her 20s. What is she looking for? Basically, most women in their 20s are not looking to get married or have kids just yet. Okay, I'm not saying all, I'm saying most. Okay, there are a lot of good women out there who will cash in their chips. They'll find the right guy that they want to settle down with, a guy that they feel they could go the distance with, and they will cash in their chips. Good for them. But for the overwhelming majority of women these days who've been brainwashed by the feminist machine, most of these women are going to typically ride out their 20s. They're not going to be looking to settle down. They're not going to be looking to have children. They're going to be looking instead to date as many bad boys as they possibly can. They're going to be looking to party as hard as they possibly can. They're going to be looking to travel the world, right? A lot of these girls love to travel while they're still young and while they have no responsibilities. So she's not going to be looking to settle down, right? That girl is just going to want to have fun. She's going to want to party, right? She's going to want to be free. And this is why for you guys who are in your 20s and you're dating a woman in your 20s, you'll find that it's very hard to hang on to this girl, right? You're constantly freaked out you're going to lose her, which you, in most cases, you are, right? You're going to lose the girl because she's at her prime physical attractiveness, and the last thing she wants to do is, settle down with one guy. But like I said, the good women that are out there will do that. But unfortunately, most women out there are not going to do that. They're just going to stay out there and have as much fun in their 20s as possible. Very different than dating a woman in her 30s. Because a woman in her 30s is, I've said this before, it's like the day a woman hits 30, right? On her 30th birthday, she has this sudden awakening. Right? They call it her epiphany. She goes through her epiphany phase where she realizes like, oh shit, time's running out. Time's running out. I've got to cash in my chips. I've got to find a guy to settle down with, to have a family with, to build a life with. Okay, so that girl in her 30s, she is going to have a lot less standards for choosing a long-term partner than she did in her 20s. Because back when she was younger, when she was at the peak of her physical attractiveness, when she had the world just basically at her feet, eating at the palm of her hand, right? You probably couldn't even get this girl. But now that she's in her 30s, you can, right? She's lowered her standards. She's had her fun, as a lot of these girls like to say. All right, I've had my fun. Now I'm ready for you. It's like, yeah, you've had your fun, you've been all used up, you've jumped into how many beds with how many different men now, and now you're ready for me. So when you meet a girl, and this is why I tell you guys, man, I don't like the idea of you guys dating women over 30. It's because these women who have not cashed in their chips, who have been riding the CC throughout their 20s, these women that are now over 30, still single, still unmarried, I've said a number of times, are damaged goods. These are the women that a lot of you guys are wifing up. And then you're just kind of like mystified when this woman or when the relationship is not working out. Now you have kids together. Now you have a home together. Now you're, engulfed in this marriage together and you can't get out. You married the wrong girl, right? You married the wrong person because there was a reason why she was still single all the way up to her 30s, especially if she's hot. Right? I always tell you guys, beware of these girls, these hot girls, these former hotties that are still single well into their 30s and 40s. There's a reason they're still on the shelf, right? There's a reason why you go to a clearance rack at Walmart and you see those great deals and you're like, man, why is this thing so cheap? This thing was like a few $100 just a few months ago, and now it's like less than $10. Why? Right? You're kind of like, what's going on here? It's too good to be true. And when it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? So if you're thinking like, oh, I finally got this hot girl. She was so hot before and now I could finally have her. She told me she just never met the right guy and now she met me. It's like, dude, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Right? So understand, when you meet a woman who is now in her 30s, she is going through her epiphany phase and she is going to be looking to settle down. She is going to be looking to get pregnant. Okay? So if you're not looking to have kids and you're dating a woman who just hit her 30s, who just hit her epiphany phase, watch out. Okay, watch out, because this girl is going to be that same girl who's going to be telling you shit like, just go inside of me. I can't get pregnant. I can't get pregnant. Right? It's fine. You can do it. Just go inside. A lot of you suckers, you do that, right? You do that. Next thing you know, you knock this girl up. Child support. Right? Child support. Payments every single month for 18 years. Every single month. Right? You know, you guys who think joining 7 months of mastery, I don't want to spend that dollar. Yeah. Wait till you're paying child support payments. Not only that, this kid's gonna grow up to hate you. You're gonna have to constantly like look over your shoulder when this kid gets big enough. If he gets bigger than you and he's like, I hate you, Dad. I'm gonna find you one day, Dad. I'm gonna get you, Dad. You know, I'm gonna get you for what you did to Mom. You know, look out, man. You think mastery's a big deal, like joining my program. Some of you guys just amaze me. You know, it's like they have that saying like, being penny wise but pound foolish, right? It's like you're like penny wise. You'll watch every penny you spend, but yet on your way home from work, you'll stop off and buy like a $30,000 brand new car on the fly, right? It makes no sense. But yeah, be very careful, guys, of these women once they hit their 30s. Just understand that a woman in her 20s versus a woman in her 30s is going to have just a polar opposite dating strategy. Whereas, you know, a woman in her 20s, like I said, she's not going to be looking to try to lock you down or try to, you know, trap you by having your kids. You know, I get a lot of haters who are like, yeah, you're dating these young, naive little girls and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. You know, they want what I want, right? They're not trying to peg me down. Whereas with a girl who's in her 30s, she is. Right? So when you date a girl who's in her 20s, especially her early 20s, she's more often than not looking to do that, right? She's not looking to settle down just yet. A lot of these women in their 30s too, I mean, these are the same women that passed you up in your 20s, that ignored you, that you were invisible to, right? That you wanted nothing to do with. Yet, here you are, ready to marry this chick. All right, don't do it, guys. Don't do it. So just be aware of female nature. Be aware that when these women, the day they turn 30, they're hitting that epiphany phase where they're realizing, you know what? I'm in the 4th quarter here and I got to make something happen. I've got to find that beta male to settle down with. I got to find that beta male to have my children that I can milk for child support payments, right? Be very careful, especially if this girl is entering her 40s. Oh man. If she's now in her 40s, look out, man. That chick is in sudden death overtime and she knows it. Chick is in sudden death overtime and she is going to be looking to get pregnant any which way she can. She doesn't care if she has to lie to you, bullshit you. Don't do it, guys. Do not fall under that trap. Do not end up having kids with this woman. Not when you can get a much younger, much hotter woman half her age. Okay, and I've explained this in previous coaching videos about how your sexual market value works. Your sexual market value versus a woman's sexual market value. So if you're a guy in your 30s and 40s, right, say your mid 30s to mid 40s, your sexual market value is here. Okay? Whereas a woman who's in her 30s and 40s, who's your exact same age, her sexual market value is here, way down here, okay? You do not want to trade your sexual market value to be with somebody who is down here. Okay, and I've made this comparison before. That would be like trading in your brand new Lamborghini, straight up, even trade, for a Toyota Corolla. Like taking your Lamborghini, brand new, driving it onto the Toyota dealership and going, hey, where's the used car lot? The guy's like, it's over there. All right, hey, you got any used 1992 Toyota Corollas in there? It's like, yeah, we got this one rusted. It's about to go to the wrecking yard. All right, see my Lambo? Brand new. Has like 2,000 miles on it. I want to do a straight up trade for that 92 Toyota Corolla. That's what you're doing when you're trading your sexual market value for somebody your own age, if you're a man in your 30s and 40s, okay? Because for a woman, and I've said this before, almost entirely her SMV value, her sexual market value, is tied to her physical attractiveness, to her youth, to her ability to have babies, her fertility. Okay, whereas for men, you know what? Our physical attractiveness is just one aspect of it. You know what's even greater than that? Is our financial resources. Is how well we've done financially. How successful we are. That is how society values us, you know? It's true. It's true. And I've gotten guys from time to time who are like hating, like, yeah, money isn't everything. It's like, I'm not disagreeing. Money's not everything. I don't disagree with that. But you know what? You cannot deny reality. Reality, the way reality works and the way society works is, as men, we are based on our financial success, right? We're tied to our money because that is the measure of how well we've done in life. That is the accumulation of our life experiences, the amount of value we've added to the world, to our employers, right? A lot of guys try to take shots at me, like, oh, you know, there's capitalism and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, how many tens of thousands of men have sent you thank you letters from around the world? How many thousands of men have told you that you've saved their lives, saved their marriages, stopped them from committing suicide? Because I've had a lot of men that I've helped do that. Okay, how many have you helped? How many people do you employ around the world that are able to provide shelter for their families, feed their families because of the business you've built? Okay, don't compare yourself to me, right? Unless you're doing better. You know, how many charities have you donated to in the last 6 months, right? So don't compare yourself. But for men, that is how we are gauged, guys. We're gauged by our financial success. That's what our SMV value is tied to. So I forbid you guys, you know, to trade your SMV value when yours is up here for somebody whose is down here. Okay, this is why I tell you guys, you want to date women, if you're in your 30s and 40s, you want to date women in their 20s. Okay, because her SMV value will at least be on par with yours. And you won't be doing this, you know, unfair trade where you're trading in your Lambo for a 92 Toyota Corolla straight up, right? You won't be doing that unfair trade. At least you'll be trading your Lambo for another Lambo, right? You don't want to trade it for a beat up used Toyota Corolla. Make sense? So just understand, when you're dating a woman in her 20s versus her 30s, they're going to have completely different dating strategies, okay? Where one is going to be looking to just have fun, not settle down just yet, where the other one is, right? The other one is. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a girl in her 20s looking to settle down and have kids, because those are generally going to be good women, okay? Those are generally the women that you actually want. Not a woman who waits until she's in her 30s, past her primes, and now damaged goods, and now she's like looking to you. You know, you don't want a woman like that. Right, so I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Too many of you guys are still unsubscribed to my channel, okay? So make sure you subscribe. That way you will get notified every time I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube, okay? You will be the first to find out about it. You won't have to go search, you know, search on YouTube or come across it weeks later. Instead, you will be the first to be notified Best part is it's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Helps me out a lot, guys, and I really, really appreciate it if you would just subscribe. So subscribe, okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and all this red pill content that I'm teaching guys here even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s. Same type of women that myself and my students are constantly out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week, I have a ton of infield videos here on my channel, as well as on my Instagram. I post a lot of my infield photos there as well. So you guys who aren't following me on Instagram yet, it's @MattCrossOfficial. Make sure you follow me. But if you would like to learn how to approach and close young, beautiful women out there, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And this is a skill that you need. Do not kid yourself. Every man needs the skill of pickup. Okay, this is something that you are not taught in schools. Your parents, teacher, society did not teach you this shit. And if you go out there trying to attract a girl using that Disney bullshit that you learn from movies, Hollywood, television, if you try to go out there using that Disney shit that you grew up with and thinking that's gonna be enough to attract a beautiful woman into your life, you are deluding yourself, okay? Because you need skill. Okay, you need these skills. It takes a lot of skill to pick up a girl above an 8 in looks. Okay, it's not that hard to learn, but it does take skill. And I give you those skills in 7 Months of Mastery, so that whenever you're out there and you see an attractive girl you want to approach, a pretty girl, a drop-dead gorgeous girl, a cute girl even, that you just want to talk to, and you want to see if you could bring her into your life. You want to go on a date with her, either that same day or the next day or that weekend. You want to get her in your life. With the skills that you learn in that very first month of 7 Months of Mastery, you will be able to stop that girl, okay? You'll be able to stop her, walk up to her, approach her, get her attracted to you, and you'll be able to do a proper close, whether it be a number close, an instant date, we call it an insta-date, or more. You know, you might be able to get a kiss close right on the street. I've done it a number of times myself. I have infields of myself doing that as well. So do not kid yourself, guys. This is a skill you were never taught by anybody, including your own parents. They didn't know this stuff, okay? I am one of the top pickup artists in the world. I'm one of the best in the world. And I've been doing this my entire adult life, since the 90s, okay? Before some of you guys were even born, right? I've been picking up girls. This is what I do. This is what I'm good at. And I teach this to thousands, tens of thousands of men all around the world. Okay, I get thank you letters from guys every single day thanking me for saving their lives, saving their marriages, helping them to meet the woman in their dreams, helping them to build a social circle, helping them to build a pool of dating options that they didn't have previously, helping them to get girls that they never could get previously. Right? And the first month of 7 Months of Mastery is only $1. Okay, so it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. And even from the lessons in that first month alone, you will have enough skill to be able to stop any attractive girl you see out there and do a proper approach and close on her. And right now I'm giving away a free cheat sheet in the first month of 7 Months of Mastery. I'm giving away a free cheat sheet. And in that free cheat sheet, I am giving you my top 5 openers, both direct and indirect. Right? That way, whenever you approach a girl, you'll know exactly what to say, exactly what to do, right? Obviously, you're going to put your own spin on it, but you'll know exactly what to say to the girl. Okay? If she throws you an objection or a shit test, I give you my top 5 responses to those objections. So if she tells you she has a boyfriend, I tell you exactly what to say to overcome that objection, to spin it into attraction. If she tells you, you're not my type, you're too short, you're too fat, you're too old, whatever, I give you my response for that as well. Okay, to overcome that objection and spin it into attraction, because all it is really is a shit test at the end of the day. That's all these women are doing is shit testing you. But I teach you exactly what to say to overcome these objections to the point where the girl gets attracted to you. And this is part of my free cheat sheet alone. Okay, the great part about the free cheat sheet and all of these lessons that I teach you in 7 Months of Mastery is that these lessons have already been field tested. Okay, they've been field tested to work. Okay, so I've already gone through the pain, failure, and rejection for you. All you need to do is just go out there and apply these lessons because they've already been field tested to work. Okay, period. And like I said, the first month's only $1. Who can't afford $1? It's only $1, so take advantage of it. It's real simple to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. All right, should we do the hater house tour? Yeah, let's do the hater house tour. This is where I show you guys the front of my house because I know the hater trolls will be like, he's just like living in his car or shooting in a tiny box apartment. No, as you can see, it's a little cloudy today actually. It's the front of my house. See my neighborhood here, right? It's very quiet, very peaceful. You can tell everyone's very considerate of each other. No one's blasting their music or any shit like that. Everyone's very, very respectful. So, yeah, this is the front of my home. And you guys who follow me on Instagram, you know what's in there. It's my Corvette, the 65 Stingray, and my Range Rover, the one that I shoot in all the time, that you guys accuse me of living in, because I've been shooting a lot of my coaching videos there. You're like, why do you shoot in a Range Rover so much? I'm like, I just shoot where I feel most inspired, you know, and I was shooting a lot in the Range Rover during that time, and right now, I'm shooting mostly here at my house just because this is where I feel most inspired right now. All right, there you go.